Kirby Smart needs to bounce back, and I'm not sure that's going to be easy because Gunnar Stockton is not an elite quarterback. He is serviceable. That's your boy Paul Finebaum. Paul, what's up, baby? Listen, I think we're going too hard on this. I've talked about this a lot, and like y'all don't start hating Paul for this. This is what he does. This is his job. This is what he, it's not really anything dramatic. Some people are not enthralled with Gunnar Stockton, and that's fine. I mean, it's not an issue at all. It's not for me to sit up here and defend him. Gunnar Stockton's got to go do it. And that's not always the easiest thing on earth to do. We saw Carson Beck struggle in 2024. We saw Stetson Bennett struggle a lot in 2020. There's no question that Gunnar Stockton is better primed and positioned than Gunnar was coming. Gunnar is better positioned than Stetson was coming into 2021. For sure. I mean, there was nothing in 2021 that would make you think, hey, this guy is the guy that's going to lead Georgia to 2 national championships. I'm not ready to say that's going to happen with Gunnar Stockton. I also wouldn't rule out Gunnar Stockton winning the national championship at Georgia. I've seen enough of him to know what he can do. He knows how to play quarterback. And I think that is something that, frankly, Stetson was very good at. Stetson sometimes could ad-lib a little bit more than people on the coaching staff would appreciate. But it is what it is, and that's how things go sometimes. But he was exceptional when he had to be. And for Gunnar Stockton, to be honest, he's been pretty good when he had to be too. Let's not forget the situation that Georgia was in when Gunnar Stockton, rolled onto the field of the Dome. With a lot on the line in Atlanta. I mean, that was a pivotal moment in Georgia's season, and they wound up winning the SEC championship. Do they win it because of Gunnar Stockton? I mean, I think you make the argument that they do. We can't argue the negative there. They won it. Would they have won it with Carson? I don't know. I do know this. We write about this a lot, and at Dawg Post right now, you can get 3 months for the price of this magazine right here. I've been talking about it a lot. It's been mailed out to a lot of people. The 2025 season preview. You buy this, you get 3 months of Dawg Post for free. The login is right down below. Take advantage of this while you can. We've got media days right now in Atlanta. And, our focus is going to shift over time to not promoting this. It's time to go ahead and get involved. Take advantage of this while you can. To everybody who's signed up for it already, we really appreciate it. It helps us a lot. Helps us for paying for things like, believe it or not, staying in Atlanta. It's complicated to explain why we stay in Atlanta for media days. You try the back and forth to Athens. It's not a lot of fun during rush hour. Anyway, Kirby Smart needs to bounce back. I'm not sure he's going to be that easy because Gunnar Stockton is not an elite quarterback. He is serviceable. I don't know of an elite quarterback in college football right now. Arch Manning could be elite. Sellers at Carolina could be. He's got some things to clean up. K. Klubnik, man, I'm not sure there. I mean, I'm not trying to hate, really, to be honest with you. I'm just not. I'm not sure I'm ready to go there with him, but. There are he has moments, but Lenore Sellers had some moments too. So it might just be a not great Lenore Sellers. Excuse me. Jeez. Lenore Sellers. It's a tricky name, Florence. What's up? Serviceable won the national championship last year, to be honest with you. Is Georgia at the level of Ohio State last year? I don't think they are, but I don't think anybody is. And I think that that's the thing to remember here is that this is a little bit like, my suspicion is this is a little bit like sort of when Jordan left the NBA and we saw like AI against Tim Duncan and in the finals, the Spurs started kind of getting it done and eventually the Lakers came on. But it doesn't feel like this is elite college football. Like we're not at peak college football right now, and that's okay. It's what, there's nothing wrong with that, but someone's still win the national championship each season, and that certainly could be Georgia. Is Gunnar an elite quarterback? I don't know that he's not in this world of college football. Is he, so the best media days ever, and someone who's smart and has time and doesn't just cover one team should write about this, was the 2013 media days. And here's why. Johnny Manziel was the star of the show, but you also had him, Zach Mettenberger, Aaron Murray, AJ McCarron. You had quarterbacks in the league. You had the kid at South Carolina who helped train, whose brother Gunner is in that world of the Raven County quarterbacks, and he went to Raven, then went to South Carolina. It was a very good quarterback at South Carolina. We saw some exceptional quarterback play at the time. We are not in that world right now in the SEC. It's not there. We had some really good quarterbacks in 22. Jane Daniels was pretty good. Won the Heisman Trophy eventually. Stetson Bennett, Bryce Young. I mean, there was some quarterbacks in the league. Is that what Arch Manning is? He could be. I don't know. It's not been obvious that that's the case. I don't think it's obvious that Gunner's not elite either. I mean, I think if you were betting on professional, I mean, this is the easiest question. Clearly Arch Manning has the professional pedigree that you want. What we don't know about Arch yet, and this is not comparing him to Stockton, is can he go out and win big games? And Stockton did that. Arch was there for it. I've heard Paul and a lot of other Spurrier talk about this too. If Arch is, we don't understand why Arch didn't play over Quinn Ewers. There's a lot of different reasons why he could have not started over him. It's not that he's not a better prospect. He clearly is. The question isn't that. The question is, who gave your team the best chance to win in that moment? It probably was not Arch Manning. I mean, Matthew of 2006 was not Matthew of 2007, was not Matthew of 2008. He got better significantly, and you could see it, not just with the change in his body, but the way that he played was far better. So that could completely be the case for Arch Manning. It completely could be the case for Gunner Stockton. Listen, I watched Gunner Stockton play a lot of football, way more than probably I should have, against Prince Avenue, against Pace, against it was Pace, I think, Prince Avenue, Pace, Jackson. I don't know if they played Habersham. I probably watched the guy play live 6 or 7 times. He can play. He understands football. Is he going to be Stetson Bennett level? He doesn't play that way. He is far more like Tim Tebow than he is Stetson Bennett, because Stetson was a speed guy. Gunner's not a speed guy. He's kind of slimy. His running is not. He's going to run from 20 yards out. We better watch it. Gunner's more. He's going to get you 5 yards. Y'all remember the run from Stetson where he took off for, I think, 75, 80 yards against Auburn in 2002, and took it the distance of you should not be preparing for Gunner Stockton to do that. However, you should prepare for him to make a lot of runs, and the problem now in college football is when you have 11 guys and you never did cover the quarterback. You had 10 on 11. Now you got 11 on 11. It's a very different ball game when someone like, Gunner has the capability of doing things to you with his feet. That's one thing. I talked with Mike Bobo, it was a one-on-one interview with Mike Bobo. It's all in here. That's why you should take advantage of it. Again, 3 months. And for the price of the magazine, sign up. The link is right down below. You're going to get 3 months through to October at this stage, almost to the middle of the season. So take advantage of it right now. But in the interview, Mike talks about how important it is to have guys that can play with their feet and, can run. That matters a ton. Let me put this up on the screen. I mean, it's one of those things that's what made Bennett so challenging, man. I mean, he was so challenging for everyone because they were scared half to death that he would take off running. Tennessee, let me try to get, well, anyway, here's the magazine, but make sure that you're checking it out. the cover of Dawg Post, not the cover of Dawg Post, the cover of Double Dogs right here, that was Stetson Bennett essentially winning that game with his feet. And, just making it torture on Tennessee. Against Alabama, he was a little jumpy in 2021 with that second game, with the way he ran it. But that is going to make a difference. And again, you just see here this first image of Gunner is of him running. We have other ones as well, by the way. Just anecdotally, because they're really neat little photos. But I think, to me, when you say he's not an elite quarterback, I'm not hating on that necessarily. I'm not suggesting that he necessarily is. But I am saying that it's not out of the realm of possibility that by the end of the season, you look back and you say, as good as, the prospects of Lenore Sellers as well as Arch Manning is, the best quarterback for their team this season was probably the guy at Georgia. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Is he going to go in the first round of the NFL draft? I don't see that happening. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to say, but it does not seem to me like he's a higher pick than Jake Fromm. Or somewhere in that universe. He just doesn't, professionally, that's not where it looks like. But that's irrelevant for Georgia fans. They just want to know, can he win at all? The answer to that is yes.